Yeah. Okay, people. We are live. As I'm trying to figure out. See that Manchester United. Okay. I hope it's not reversed. But uh okay. It's so crazy, right? Finally back home, and I'm turning on my workstation, and I'm seeing like work emails popping up like crazy. I'm like, what? What? Forget about all that. This is not about work. We're about United. That's what we're doing. Listen, we're back, man. Listen, people. I literally just walked in not too long ago. All right. Close the door, sir. People, give me a second. Give me a second. I need to tell my child to close it. Close the door. Thank you. All right, we are back, people. We're back. We're back. We are back home. Listen, the road trip was road tripping. I had a great time. It was very weird, people. It's very weird because this time around, I don't remember the last time I was just me on the road heading back, right? So, of course, as I'm heading back, I took my time because I didn't have a child there crying. Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet? I was just having a blast. When I left New Jersey, heading back, I was like, all right, cool. As I'm driving, boom, 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 I'm like, you know what? It just happened in my head. I was like, yo, we're passing Philly. Let's go to Philly, right? That's what I did. Philly. What rhymes with Philly is the Philly cheesesteak, right? Philly, Philadelphia. In some of you in the world, if you don't know, whenever you in America, in the U.S., there's certain states they have these certain foods that are you kind of relate to with them, right? With Philly, it's their cheesesteaks, right? Or they're called hoagies, right? So yeah. So as I'm driving, I'm like 1 hour in my ride leaving Jersey. I'm like, all right, all right. So I'm chilling, listening to some stuff on YouTube, enjoying my ride. And I'm like, oh, you know what? Wait a minute. Let's go to Philly. So, boom. I hit up Google. I was like, Google, um, um, add a stop uh, to Philly. And then I gave it the look. Basically, I said, add a stop to Philadelphia. And yeah, before I did that, I went to ChatGPT, of course. No, actually, no, I didn't do ChatGPT. What I did is I hit up my boys on WhatsApp, right? I was like, yo, people, my boys, one of my boy, Paul, is from Camden, New Jersey. So he's familiar with the area. I was like, listen, people, I'm on the road. I need a Philly cheesesteak. Where should I go? Right? In Philly. So it came back with the kind of recommendations. I took those into advisement. And then, of course, I had to do my own research. And then I ended up with a spot that I ended up on. You got to check that last video I just posted, all right, to see where I ended up on, right? So, but it was great. The road trip was nice. It's one of those that was very weird because you don't have any kids in the car. You don't have the missus in the car. So whatever you want to do, you just do, and that's what I did. So yeah, it was a really cool drive. Um, of course, I'm late home because I had to make a couple of stops here and there. Take a couple of videos. You know what I mean? One of them things. As a content creator, you always want to, do the best you can in your route to make content, right? So that's what I did. Again, it was definitely a really good ride, but it's so crazy. I got home quick, hopped on the shower, took a shower, and dude, right now I am drained. It's crazy. All right. Yeah, Rasta Stocks, what's going on, brother? I see you. I see you enjoyed the game, but to me, it's still not good. Oh no, it's not good enough. 100%, it's not good enough. We're not there yet. Desiree Due, cheesesteaks are fire, bro. Let's go. Listen, man. Yeah, listen. I had to go to the home of the cheesesteaks, right? But yeah, that joint was like that. I did not finish it because it's people. You know what? That cheesesteak, right? This thing was like this big. It's ridiculous. It's one of those things, here in America, man. I don't know what they expect people to do. How are you gonna give me a cheesesteak this big? Of course, yeah, it was slashed in half, right? From the video, you saw me grab one piece of it, but that thing was huge. But of course, I had a 3 hour drive, 3+ hour drive. I was like, there's no way I'm gonna attempt to finish this because you know what? I don't want any trouble on the road, right? I don't want any trouble on the road because um, I just want to enjoy my ride back home, right? Whatever stops I want to make the stops without making those stops looking for a bathroom. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, it's great. It's great. It's great. We're here. Tony, what's up? Good to see you, man. Yo, look, what's up? It's the best thumbnail for the show ever. That's what's up, man. Listen, I had to, man. Listen, this show is all about the love and the community and what you all give to this community. And listen, listen, big up to Tony. I met Tony. Tony is listen. The way you see him coming on the chat is just that's exactly how he is, right? Chill, dude. Good vibes. Loved it. Loved it. Loved it. Loved it. So it was a pleasure to meet you, Tony. Absolutely. Um, yeah, man. The cheesesteak looked fire, brother. It looked fire. Of course, I could not dare to finish it because I had a drive ahead of me and many stops. That's what I did. For once, I was just me in the car, no wife, no kid. So I was like, what? I have all these places I can go as I'm driving. You know what? I can go to Delaware, I can go to Philly, I can go to Baltimore, all these places. I was like, you know what? Hence, that's why I'm just getting home now. The minute I go home, straight up shower, and then I'm here. So listen, yeah, it's one of them things. But that's what's up. Good night, folks. Love is in the house. Let's go. AKS 97. What's up? What's up? Welcome, man. Saudi. uh, Definitely a pleasure to meet you. Should have had more time. Yeah, dude. You know what, Tony? We're gonna have time. We're gonna have time, man. We're gonna have to come up with another meet and greet event where we just chill and talk and hang out. One of those things, right? Absolutely, absolutely. We will. That was a quick one, of course, because the game was about to start, kind of thing. But yeah, it was great. One thing is that, dude, the game, the first 60 minutes, those boys, to me, I think you can see our intensity is getting better. We're looking better. Like, we're definitely looking better compared to the Leeds game. This time around, we were more focused. We were more driven. Cunha is definitely gonna be a monster for us. Yeah, it was crazy. AKS 97. I'm cool, Tony. All your things on your end, but yeah, guys. Listen, on the thumbnail, that is Tony making his debut. All right, people. I seeked permission before I plastered him all over the thumbnail. But yeah, that is Mr. Tony right there, my guy, man. It was so cool, and it was very interesting because before coming to the stadium, Tony was already in the stadium. I was out there meeting those guys that I usually watch, like KG, Flex, Adam McCullough from the Stratford Paddock, those guys. It's so crazy meeting these people because you're like, yo, I watch you guys all the time, and now I'm here like meeting you. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. I was gassed, especially KG, man. KG's energy. KG's a big dude. If you guys don't watch KG, check out his channel, KG the comedian, right? Big dude, but it's so down to earth, So that it was pretty cool. I tried to do a couple of lives, man, as I was doing my thing. I hope to bring you guys along. Yeah. Cool. Yes. Go Southgate. Bruno, Captain Magnifico, delivering like always. Yeah, Southgate. I know Bruno delivered like always, but that is not his position anymore. Because once Brian Mbumo, oh my God, Brian Mbumo is up and running, that's Brian Mbumo's position. So Bruno is always going to be as part of the midfield crew. So I don't know how that whole thing is going to work out, right? I don't know how the whole thing is going to work out because, again, by Bruno being in a 10, you can see how dangerous he could be. He gives us goals. But again, Bruno also, whenever he gives you goals, he also loses the ball quite a bit, right? So it's one of those that's very tricky how we're going to be utilizing Bruno, right? We shall see how the manager, the boss, is going to handle Bruno, honestly. Let's see. Man, people, listen. One thing I got to say, man, I miss you all. All right. I hope you guys are all good. Happy Sunday. Or depending on when you're watching, it could be Monday already. So hope you guys are good. Hope you guys have had a fantastic weekend. I surely did, man. I have so much stuff on my phone that I need to get on and work on and push them out so you guys can see. But yeah, it was one of those that it was crazy. It was so crazy that a couple of nights, usually whenever I'm out of town, I try to go, like whenever, like this time around with United being in town, they had some events in the city. But when I looked up the Uber ride from where I was in Jersey to downtown, that thing was like $60 to get from where I was to where the event is gonna be. I was like that's at night, right? I remember when I finished that one live, I say I'm gonna try to see if I can get to one of those events. Dude, I was like $60 one way. Coming back is another, maybe I don't know how long it's gonna be. It could be another 60. That is a lot of money. So I was like, nah. I'm gonna find you all at the stadium there. So I didn't do that. Tony saying United in person was goosebumps. Yes, Tony. Cunha was looking great for his debut. Can't believe we didn't even have Mbumo and not cohesive yet. Yes. I agree with you. Brian Mbumo, according to the manager, he's going to be available not for the Thursday game. I think we play Bournemouth, right? He's going to be available for the Everton game, right? Now, he's not injured. It's all about the fitness. Again, blame it on to the recruitment, whatever. We took forever to bring this guy in, but Brian Mbumo is not fit. So yeah, that's why he's not going to be part of these couple of games. Yeah, I was kind of blown too, man, because I was coming. Obviously, when I did the light preview, I was hoping to see Brian Mbumo in the game, but all in all, Matthias Cunha is going to be a problem, people. Matthias Cunha is going to be a problem for a lot of this team. And another one that I really liked, Tony, I don't know if you noticed it. Dogu is going to be something else, man. Dogu is going to be something else, people. Cunha and Bruno looked good creative wise. Yes. AKS 97. I agree with you. AKS 97. Menu looked promising. I know that's another one. Menu, you can see the manager was talking about the whole intensity, the whole listen, when you're in the midfield, I want you to be more aggressive. We saw that from Menu. right? And Menu and Ugarte, they worked very well together, right? And but the thing is, that's not really our future, right? Because Bruno is gonna have to drop down there because Mbumo is gonna be as a 10, right? So I don't know how that's gonna work out. It's very tricky how we're gonna fix this, the whole situation. Tony, yes, what a great weekend, brother. What a great weekend. I'm telling you, man. I go home. My wife was like, "So how was the game?" I was like, "Listen, honey, had a blast. I had a blast. I mentioned you many times, and I said, listen, I mentioned you, Tony, right? I mentioned that I met the guys that I watch on TV, like KG, Flex, McCullough, all these guys, that just to be there physically to see our boys do their thing, it was just amazing. And from what we hear from the numbers, apparently our attendance for this game was bigger than the Chelsea PSG final. Imagine that. That's crazy, right? It's crazy. But Tony, I don't know, man. When I looked on the top concourse, there was some open spaces. So even with that, we had the best attendance. I mean, it's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy. Um, we went to the same pickup point as you, Luther, after the game. Oh, for real? Dudes were trying to charge us 80 for the ride across the highway. Oh, wow, dude. Listen, the thing is with me, Tony, um, as I was Ubering from my hotel was literally on the opposite side of. I can walk there in less than 10 minutes, right? My hotel was right there, but as I was coming to the game, waiting for my Uber, this dude was picked up, and then they came back and said, "Yo, listen, we're going to the game. I can pick you up, and then I can also be part of you coming back. You got to pay that $30." So yeah, man. So I paid the $30. All right. But it was cool because after the game, I had to go to, of course, find the pickup spot, and the bus was sitting there. The bus was packed with all these folks going to different hotels, and everybody was waiting for me. And then when they saw me, the driver was like, turn the lights and the hazards and everything. Everybody was waving. Come on, we're waiting for you. It was so crazy. When I walked into the bus, everybody was like, finally, yeah, it was crazy. It was crazy, but good time, good time, absolutely. Dogo was pumped up, going hard at attack. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, listen, I think Dogu is gonna be that player, man. It's gonna be that player. I think he's gonna get better and better and better as as this season goes on, right? You can see that he's taking the input from the managers, like literally. Like, listen, I need intensity, I need speed, aggression, all that, and Dogu is doing it. So big up to Dogu, man. Absolutely. Uh, let's go. Mayo needs to be our number 8. Mayo needs to be our number 8 this season over Bruno. Yeah, but the thing is, it's not going to happen, right? Bruno is the El Capitan, right? Bruno is our captain. He has to play, right? Bruno cannot play as a 6. He has to be an 8. So it's a problem. Bruno is a problem. Unfortunately, we love Bruno, but Bruno is a problem, right? Bruno is a problem. And we see when you play Bruno higher, he gives you goals. When you drop him down, I don't know if he's going to be that effective, right? I don't know if he's going to be that effective. So we shall see. Dogo was explosive. Yes, yes, AK-97. Crazy to see the drop off after the subs. Oh my God. Dude, yes, 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 yes. After the subs, after that 60th minute, yeah, the drop off was ridiculous. One thing I gotta say, man, I mean, your boy Maguire, the fans were screaming his name with every touch, man. Listen, I think Maguire is, I don't know if he is, but he's one of the fan favorites, right? Which is, it's really good to see because he was, from being booed at one point to being like this guy, like every time he was hitting the ball, the fans were like, "Yeah," you know. Um, it was very interesting to see, and one of those that was very, I was very pleasantly surprised to see how the fans view Maguire in that team, right? And you can see Maguire was very calm on the ball, like he didn't feel the pressure of the game, yeah. Maguire looked clean, man. It looked really good. Um, but of course, first half, the first 60 minutes, to me, of course, your boy De Ligt looked really good. Of course, to me, I think he's going to be our starter as one of the center backs, right? Um, yeah. Let's see. Tony saying a lot of open spaces in the stadium. A bunch of people online were saying that the stats were off. I didn't look into much though, but we did have a hell of a crowd. Were going on. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Amazing energy, yo, man. That whole Mexican wave, man. Oh, I love the Mexican wave. I always love the Mexican wave. That was awesome. It's true, yeah. So that's what I'm saying, Tony. Like I know the numbers according to ESPN, they're saying, oh, um, in this game we had 82,536 or something like that fans, and for the Club World Cup it was slightly lower than that. But it's still, dude, I have videos that I've shared with my some of my boys on WhatsApp. You can see the upper concourse was empty. So I don't know how they run those numbers. I'm just saying, I don't want to be sitting here saying, you know what, fake news and all, but it's one of those. It's interesting. And if you look at the stadium capacity, I don't know. It's one of them. Manu is better at performing the duties over 8 than Bruno. Yep, I think I agree with you. Bruno quality is just much better. Yeah. Yeah, man. Harry was clutch, man. Harry was clutch, man. Harry was clutch. You can see the dude was calm. You know. Yeah, man. So Manu, you can see Manu again. The boss did say he's been talking to Manu, making sure that he has that intensity thing going on with him in the game. So that's what's up. Portugal loves Messi. What positions are priority right now for the transfer window? Striker, goalkeeper, midfielder. Yes, sir. Portugal loves Messi. What position? Yeah, those are our priority position, and we're gonna be talking about that because there's some kind of developments on the striker front, right? Guys, again, I am not really plugged into the updates, but I saw something about the striker situation, the Sesko, right? Apparently, he prefers United, right, over Newcastle because reports are saying, in case you missed it, I was able to capture this. Liverpool, Luis Diaz to Bayern Munich. It's a here we go, right? So Luis Diaz is gone from Liverpool to Bayern Munich. That means there's an open slot. What does that mean? It means Isak incoming, right? According to Fabrizio Romano, Isak is the number one target for Liverpool, right? With Luis Diaz leaving, number one target for Liverpool, and the only target, basically, Isak. There's nobody else going to get Isak, right? Nobody else. Like Liverpool have a clear path to Isak. So most likely Isak is going to end up at Liverpool, and it is a freaking nightmare. Right? I'm not gonna lie. Isak in that lineup at Liverpool is gonna be something. All right, that's what I gotta say. It's gonna be something. But yeah, Liverpool, they're front runners. They're only runners to Isak. So yeah, we shall see. But yeah, that being the case, Newcastle need another striker. Who did they go for? They want Sesko. But Sesko, right? Of course, if Newcastle sells Isak to Liverpool, they are trying to get the basically it's a Premier League world record fee on Isak, close to 150 million for Isak, right? Now, if Newcastle gets that money, it means they're gonna go full throttle on Sheshko because they gotta replace him. Now, if I was Sheshko, yes, going to Newcastle, it makes sense. You got Champions League football, I don't know, better structure, whatever. But again, Man United, we strike, right? We strike again, Man United, because guess what? From the reports, they're saying that your boy Benjamin Sesko wants United. I feel for Newcastle, man. I feel for Newcastle because, again, they wanted Brian Bumo, and he chose us, right? And then now, if these reports are true, Benjamin Sesko, he apparently the reports are saying he would prefer to go United. No Champions League football. He wants United. I don't know if that's true though. We shall see. Portugal love Messi said yes. Sesko Sancho to Liverpool. No, AKS 97. What? Ain't gonna happen, man. Ain't gonna happen. That is not gonna happen. Sesko to Liverpool? Nah. No, I mean Sancho to Liverpool. It's not gonna happen. Portugal loves Messi. As football lover, what do you think about Joao Felix joining Ronaldo's team in Saudi Arabia? Listen, man, we're gonna talk about it later. Okay, fine. You got us there. Really? Come on. I was not ready to go there yet. Let me see what else we gotta go. We're gonna talk about the striker front. So, okay, with Sheshko, Man United, right? Man United, they're definitely in the Sheshko hunt, right? We're definitely in the Sheshko hunt. According to reports, Benjamin Sheshko camp is in talks with Newcastle. Manchester United cannot be ruled out. Okay, they are still in the race. All right, so United is still in the race. Okay, according to Fabrizio Romano, is saying this: Newcastle in this upcoming week expect an answer for Benjamin Sesko from his camp. Fabrizio Romano is saying United are still discussing Sesko internally. So it's not like we're putting bids or anything. We're discussing Sesko internally at the club. Still not with a direct contact on player or club side with Leipzig, right? So we are not really, making those, but we're discussing. Is it Sesko or is it Oli Watkins, right? Because we know those two are kind of our primary targets, right? Sesko, young, pricier. Oli Watkins, old, 29, Premier League proven. He can get in and get the job done from day one, right? Now, again, if you get him, means that you're going to pay almost similar amount because Sesko and Watkins, I think, is close to 60 million for each kind of thing, each player. So you are like, okay, what do we do here? Do we go for the Oli Watkins route where we pay for the experience, or we go for the Sesko route where he's going to be a potential? He may not be able to hit the ground running, but in a couple of years, he may be the next Zlatan, maybe. I don't know, right? And also with Sesko, with his price, because he's being young, you're able to spread his payments in a longer term, right? Compared to Oli Watkins at Villa. It could be that kind of situation. So it's very interesting how this whole thing is going to pan out. That's why these discussions are being held internally, trying to figure out what we do. Of course, better deal, I would think it will be Sesko because in the long run, he could be a better value for money. Whereas Oli Watkins, yeah, he can hit the ground running, but after a couple of years, his value drops, right? Sesko, if it works out, again, value goes up. Watkins, most likely value is going to go down because my man is old. So I don't know. I don't know, people. I don't know. Let's see. Let's do something here. Or give me a second, people. All right, man. I put a light poll out there, man, for you to see what you guys are saying. Sancho, okay. Portuguese loves Messi as a football lover. Okay, what do you think? Okay, so that. Okay. So yeah. So that's the deal about the striker front, right? There's a big discussion going on if we're gonna go for Ollie Watkins or is it gonna be a Sheshko. Basically, those are the main ones that we've been looking at. We haven't heard anything about Mateta. Right? We haven't heard anything about Mateta. We haven't heard anything about any other really striker that we're looking at, right? Definitely, we need a striker, right? Rasmus, he looked, in my opinion, in that game yesterday, he looked slightly better, especially that first couple of minutes where he was able to get to the ball and hit the post. You know, he looks slightly better, but we still need a striker, right? So I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. You guys let me know what you think. I know Tony's saying that's a tough poll. I know, brother. It is. It is. But yeah. But listen, we need money, right? We know we need money. We need players to go, right? This was when I saw this today, I was like, this is unbelievable. Al Nasser sent an offer to sign Antony, and Manchester United responded by asking for 50 million. Right? This is according to the reports according for Bruno something, and so most of these guys are journalists, commentators, YouTuber, yeah. So most of these reports are coming from the Saudi side, right? I don't know if this is true. Al Nasser, they just signed Joao Felix, right? They signed Joao Felix, if I'm not mistaken, for what? Is it 40 million? Right? Let me know if I'm lying. Portuguese love Messi. I think they signed Joao Felix for 40 million. Now, Joao Felix had a terrible loan move from Chelsea. Basically, the last year he has had a terrible year compared to our boy Antony, right? Antony has had an amazing loan move at Real Betis, right? If Joao Felix, Al Nasser was able to sign him for 40, we should be able to get the 50 million for Antony, right? Simple as that. The good thing with Al Nasser, right? Again, guys, Al Nasser is, your boy Cristiano is part of the board, whatever. So again, when they signed Joao Felix, apparently they said the story said like they spoke to Al Nasser and also spoke to Cristiano. So it's so crazy that Cristiano is part of the decisioning group on who they bring on board. That's crazy, all right? Yeah, and yeah, again, it's another one of those things where you look at Chelsea, you cannot help yourself by being you cannot hold on a second. You cannot Basically, it's one of those that you're like you cannot basically hate on Chelsea because Chelsea knows how to do business, man. 40 million for Joao Felix is ridiculous. So I hope this 50 million is true, and it makes sense for us to ask higher than Joao Felix because Antony had a better loan move, and also if these reports are true, let me see what else. If these reports are true about Antony to the Saudi, it looks like it must be that Antony, who looking for that, is looking for that World Cup slot. He's looking to be in part of the Carlo Ancelotti's Brazil World Cup team. If this deal goes through, it means that Antony and his crew, they reach out to Don Carlo. They say, listen, there's a chance for me to go to Al Nasser. Is it okay for me to go there? Because I'm gonna go there. Obviously, I'm gonna get game time. I'm gonna play my football, but do I still have a chance to make this team? And if Don Carlo says, yo, go for it, then listen, we could be getting that money, right? We could be getting that money. Now, if Don Carlo says, yo, don't go down there, what are you doing? You are how old is Antony? He's a kid, right? Why you want to go to Saudi right now at this point in your life? But it makes sense because if he goes to Saudi, dude, he's still young enough. He can go there, give him 2 years, make his bag, right? Make that money. People, smash a like, hit the subscribe if you've been done so already. Welcome, everybody. Smash that like button, right? He can go to Saudi, make his money, and still be able to come back to Europe in, I don't know, in 3 years. While he's still young. So with Antony, basically, time is on his side as far as because he's still young, right? So I hope the Saudi links are true because if they are and they're legit, basically from what we hear from Santi JFM, who is a credible journal, right? Talking about, he's the one who actually kind of broke this whole thing about Antony going to Saudi, right? If this is credible, I mean, this is excellent news for us because imagine we get 50, if we get 50 for Antony, and then his wages are off our books. You know what's going to happen? Yeah, we're going to go for Sesko. We're going to go for Sesko, people. We're going to go for Sesko all out. Man, okay. Watkins to hit the ground running. Sesko got to adapt to the league and is a prospect for the future. That's true, AKS. I think it's 30 million, 20 million add-ons. His salary will be 70. There you go. Portugal has Messi, and the coach is Portuguese. Yes, exactly. Oh, yeah. That's another thing too about the Portugal has Messi. Yeah, the new coach for Al Nasser is Portuguese. So, but here's the thing: if this deal for Antony to go to Saudi works out, we're gonna go for Sesko because here's the thing. What I saw earlier was Man United going for Ollie Watkins. Apparently, Sir Jim Ratcliffe may not sign off on it because, again, our boy is old, right? Ollie Watkins is old. So Sir Jim may say, no, let's find a way to see if we can secure Sesko's deal, right? And if Sesko already came out and said, listen, I would prefer United, that could be a way right there to bring him in. If this deal with Antony comes in, we get that money. Yeah, most likely we're going to go for Sesko. Risky, 100% risky, because you're doing the same thing that we did with the with the likes of Rasmus, right? Potential, risky. But again, what Sesko gives us is, in our team, we lack the height. Sheshko, dude, I'm sure you all have seen the videos how high this guy can get up there, right? So it could be one of them that we need the height. Let's get this guy. And the coach is Portuguese. Goalkeeper Diego Costa from FC Porto. Oh my God, okay, right. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. But I really hope this Antony deal is legit. All right, I hope this Antony deal is legit. Now listen, if Newcastle fails on signing Sheshko, there were some reports, according to Craig Hope, Nicholas Jackson has been added to the list of attacking targets for Newcastle. All right, Nicholas Jackson has been added in the list for Newcastle striker option. Right, because I feel for Newcastle, man. I mean, they've really tried to sign these crucial players, but it looks like everybody's saying, no, I'm gonna go this way. It's one of them. So yeah, I think Nicholas Jackson to Newcastle will make sense, right? It will make sense, and I think he will be a crucial part of that team. So yeah, bottom line is this, Antony. I hope these links are true, and he can go out there. Then we can get outgoings because we need the money, right? Let's see what else we got going on. Yeah, so the Benjamin Sheshko one, of course, we already talked about it because with him wanting United, it could be another one that it could be a similar situation where Cunha, Bryant Mbumo, that kind of situation where, listen, I want to go United, right? If I have a choice, I want to go to United. Tony saying, I wonder if Antony to Saudi deal opens up another possibility of Osherman with more funds available. Brother, Tony, listen, man. I'm sorry to say, but Osherman to Galatasaray, I think it's a here we go. If I'm not mistaken, people, correct me if I'm wrong. Osherman to Galatasaray is a here we go. I think it's a here we go. Let's see. For some reason, I think that was a here we go. July 7th. Okay, I don't see it yet, but no. Yeah, I don't see it yet, but I think it was. Yeah, Osherman is definitely looks like he's going to Gala, right? Because Galatasaray, they have the money to pay his salary, which is mad, which is over 300,000 a week. They can do that, and with Galatasaray, they have this thing where the tax is kind of calculated differently, so they can afford to pay what Osherman wants. So most likely it's gonna be going to Gala. So for us, honestly, right now the only main strikers we've been linked with is Sheshko and Oli Watkins, right? Those are the kind of guys that we're gonna be kind of looking at signing, right? I don't think we'll be trying to get Osherman in. No way, I didn't hear. Yeah, Tony, I tried to do a quick lookup. I didn't see that. I didn't see the here we go for him, but I think the last report was as of July 7th, according to Fabrizio Romano, Victor Osherman and Galatasaray story from earlier today. Okay, personal terms are agreed until June 2028. Victor said yes to Gala once again. It now depends on Galatasaray and Napoli to get the deal done after initial 55 million bid. Um, yeah, so that's the last thing I saw on here talking about Osherman to Gala. So I think he's gonna be, yeah, he's definitely Gala bound, man. I'm not even gonna put that in my head with hopes that we're gonna pull something out of our hat, right? I don't think it's gonna happen. Why not Mateta, dude? That's what I'm saying. Portugal loves look. Portugal loves Messi speaking facts. I don't know why. Dude, we're not hearing any links, any stories on Mateta, man. I'm blown. I'm blown. Now, of course, Mateta, it could be one of those like, of course, with Crystal Palace, they still have hopes for European football. He may be, I don't know, he may feel like, yo, like he may want to continue the journey with Crystal Palace, but yeah, Mateta to me, if it's Mateta or Ollie Watkins, Mateta any day, brother, any day. It's pretty assertive and hard worker. Yes, 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 absolutely. That's what Mateta gives you, right? And there's a reason why we're signing Cunha, we're signing Brems, is because of that. The experienceness, the fire, that the willingness to be like a troublemaker, you know, and that's what we're looking for, right? That's what we're looking for. So we shall see. We shall see what happens. What did I do? I think I messed up here. Okay, we're back. All right, let's see. Let's see what else is going on. Yeah. What else we have going on? People, listen, big up to the Lioness. Big up to the Lioness. I should have started with that. Big up to the Lioness. They are once again European champions of Europe. Let's go. Right? Big up to the Lioness, man. He went to the penalties. As I was driving, I forgot all about it. But I was driving and then ended up watching Mark Goldbridge, and then he kind of ruined it for me because he told me this, that they won. But of course, when I go home, I try to quickly catch the highlights. But yeah, big up to the Lioness. They are showing basically the men's team on how it's done. So big up to them. It went to penalties. It was dramatic. That's what's up. Errol Clark. What gun? Okay. Yes, 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 man. Oh man, listen. The goal, the Lioness equalizing goal. What a goal, man. It was beautiful. Professor Chloe Kelly. Yes, 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 yes. We are not signing Sesko. He is too expensive. Errol Clarkey. Errol, who would you want, man? Let me know. I know you're coming in hot. First of all, smash a like, hit the subscribe, let us know what team you support, and let us know if we're not signing Sesko. Who are we signing, brother? Let us know. All right? Let us know. Because I know we can come in here and we say we're not signing this guy, but who are we signing? We're signing a striker, 100%. We know that. Who? Right? From what I hear, the whole idea of Ollie Watkins, Ruben Amorim likes it, but Sir Jim may not, because the guy is on the older side. Right now, if this story about Antony is true, we get the Antony money, and also we get Antony wages off our books. Come on, man, we gotta go for Sesko. To be honest, I would rather matter or it. Wait, am my understanding is right, Errol? You're saying to sign Jackson? You say, wait. Are you saying you'd rather sign Jackson. Listen, Errol, I need you to say it with chest. I, Errol Clark, want to sign Jackson for Manchester United. Say it like that. Say it with chest, brother. Errol, say it with chest. Is he saying not Mateta? What? Mateta not? Yes, Mateta. I'm not understanding. Do you want Mateta or do you want Jackson? Um, Maybe I'm not reading your message correctly. All right, people, smash that like button, man. We are back. We're back. It's been a long weekend, right? It's been a long weekend. Um, right now, I am absolutely tired, dude. I am so tired. You know what? Right now, I think what's happening is the adrenaline the adrenaline is all like ending, whatever, because the whole weekend from Friday I was all hyped up. We're going to the game, boom, 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 boom. Everything was just happening so quickly. Saturday the game, today blah, 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 checking out from the hotel, driving back. I mean, dude, I am drained. I am drained. So I'm struggling right now. I would sign either Jackson or Mateta. But listen, Errol, let us really, really, people, do me a favor, man. Tony the Great, again, he strikes. We have a Discord channel. All right, people, we have a Discord channel. Do me a favor, hit that link to join our Discord community. We're trying to build it out. All right, so please go ahead and do that. All right, Tony the Great strikes once again. I appreciate that. AKS 97. Good thing you're just a fan. Oh man, AKS 97. That's what's up. Clark, if I would choose between both, I would say Jackson. Oh my days. Errol, do me a favor, man. What part of the world are you watching from? Are you in the UK or where are you watching from? Are you a Man United fan or are you trying to take a mick out of us? Right? Please let us know. I think you're trying to take a mick. I think you're just trying to pull our leg to, really? You gotta be kidding me. Jackson? Oh, please, no. Jackson needs to go to Newcastle. That's where he needs to go. Canada, and yes, I am a Man United fan. Let's go! Canada in the house! What's going on, man? Listen, Errol, smash the like, hit the subscribe button all the way from Canada. What part of Canada, man? Saskatchewan, Manitoba, Alberta, or where? Or is it, what part of Canada, man? Yeah, you gotta be specific, man. What part of Canada? I need to go to Canada, man. That's another place I would like to visit. I like to visit Canada. Toronto. Oh, okay, all right. Toronto in the house. That's what's up. Okay. Listen. Okay. For you, let all the Torontoans know we don't want Jackson at United. Okay. No Jackson, man. No Jackson. Jonathan David? Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Jonathan David makes way more sense. I agree. Rather than Nicholas Jackson. Come on, man. But yeah. Thanks, Tony. I appreciate that. People will go live during that time. Thanks, Tony, for dropping that out. People. But yeah. Jackson kind of fit the profile. I know. Listen, the age, perfect. This is the age that Ineos and they're trying to do. Yes, the age is correct. Age is correct. But if you sign Jackson, is Jackson going to be the one to get us to winning the Premier League in 3 years or 4 years, whatever? No, he's not that guy, right? He's not that guy. Right now, we need a 20-goal, hopefully a 20-goal striker, right? I know we missed out on Gyökeres, we missed out on Osimhen, those cats, because those are the guys that they can give you that. But if you bring in the like of Ollie Watkins, Cunha, and Bwems, those guys can give you a whole bunch of goals right there because of experience, right? Of course, if you sign Sesko, yeah, it's risky. It's one of those potential kind of thing. But Jackson, yes, Jackson comes in. He's young. He fits the profile. But again, we'll be giving money to Chelsea. I don't want to do that ever again. Right? Chelsea, they're doing too much, too good of a job selling their crap players, right? They're doing too good of a job, right? Joao Felix, 40 million. They keep on. It's ridiculous. I don't want us to give him our money, man. No. So that's one. Jackson, again, he's not that guy to lead our line. So no to Jackson. Okay? No to Jackson. But yo, imagine if Ineos say, you know what? Hey, listen, people. Um, Chelsea agreed on a some kind of deal where Sanchellini, not Sanchellini, I mean Garnacho goes that side, and we get some kind of deal for Jackson. I don't want to see that, right? That's why, in a way, I'm kind of hoping that because all the reports are pointing to Chelsea signing Xavi Simons, right? If they sign Simons, it means they're not going to go for Garnacho, right? So that means Garnacho, he needs to make a move somewhere else, right? So which is, just to kind of fits the deal. Yeah, Errol, while we are respectfully disagreeing, you are very welcome. Yeah, man. Listen, absolutely. That is the family that we're building here, right? We're gonna disagree on certain things, but the love is here. Like AKS 97, when he comes in all the time, he brings the love, right? That's what we want, right? That's all that matters. We'll talk about football. It doesn't matter what team you support. Come on in. Welcome. Yeah. Here we go. Errol Clark to Man United Central. Welcome. That's what's up, man. Good stuff. Good stuff. Good stuff. I love it. I love it. But yeah, man. But yeah, again, the striker situation is going to be very interesting. Who we're going to end up getting, honestly, um, because you know we have seen that Rasmus is not the guy, right? Rasmus is definitely not the guy for us, and but yeah, but also we understand that Ruben Amrim and the entire crew, Barada, Wilcox, they know they need to bring in an important. I'm using Fabrizio Romano's words here, an important player, an important striker. We need to bring in an important striker. Who is that going to be? Again, the striker pool is dwindling. Is dwindling. So who are we going to get? We shall see. Uh, let's say Errol Clark with number one crown. He's saying, Tony, I understand the Chelsea but enter with money mace, but I believe Jackson is better buy. What makes you think he's a better buy though? He's young. Does that mean that he has a better chance of getting better? Well, better buy. I'm trying to understand what you say. Better buy. So if we were to get Jackson, I'm trying to understand what you are saying here, right? If we were to get Jackson, depending on how much money we pay with his age, meaning that if he doesn't work out for us, we have a better chance of being able to sell him on. Is that what you're trying to say, Errol? Uh, Rahul, what's going on, Rahul? Rahul, smash that like button, hit that subscribe. People, if you are new, I am Luther. This is Man United Central. Welcome to the family. Um, Rahul is saying if we buy Jackson, it's over. You see, that right there is basically easily 90% of the Man United community. That's how we feel. Seeing Jackson lining up with that red of Manchester United, it's gonna be every time he misses, everybody's gonna be on you on Ineos case, right? Do they need that? Do they need that negativity right now? And that's the thing that you have to think about. What they're Yes, he may be a good profile, right? But does Ineos need negativity or more positivity right now, right? Because they can bring in Jackson. Ineos, they are plugged into the community. They see how we value Jackson, right? So they can say, you know what, we know better than you fans, but that's not the case. I think the fans know more than this lot that are running our club, right? The fans know more because we watch these players day in day out, right? So if Ineos say, you know what, you fans don't know nothing, we're gonna get this guy and he's gonna be great. They can do that, but the risk is the backlash they could get if this guy flops. So would they be willing to do that? That's the thing. It's one of those. Right now, they're trying to build that positive um, culture at the club, right? They're signing all the right players. Cunha being in part of that, that the team is very positive. You know, everything is kind of working out. Now, if you go ahead and throw in this player who nobody wants at the club, not internally, but the fans, then you're risking where when the games are happening and this guy keeps on missing, or Jackson, of course, if you it's Jackson and Rasmus, I think Jackson is going to score more goals than Rasmus, guaranteed. But Jackson's rep is just going to be one of those, like a lot of these a lot of us fans who are going to be ready to come out there with pitchforks like, yo man, this is not our guy, man, da, 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 da. That kind of thing. So it's risky. Errol said Jackson was good for Chelsea at the start. He helped Chelsea propel to Europe. Yeah, he got bad at the end because of his injuries. I don't know. Errol, he had 10 goals in the past season. We need more than that. Not to be mentioned that we would be losing another Man United player due to AFCON. Ooh, facts, Tony. Facts right there. That there's a lot of us, we're forgetting that, right? We're forgetting that AFCON factor, right? We're missing that. Yeah, that is a very key factor right there with AFCON. We'll pay you to keep him, brother. Rahul coming in hot. He said, listen, please, Chelsea, we will pay you. Keep him. Right? I like that. I believe Jackson and Watkins is the same type of player, but Watkins is more clinical in terms of age and profile. I choose him over Watkins. Of course, age and profile, yeah, it makes sense to go with Jackson, but you're forgetting something, that right now what we're trying to do is to get the here and now. The here and now means that you sign Bwems, you sign Cunha, here and now. Those guys will come in here and now, deliver. Wally Watkins, that will be that type of player. He has been, if you look at his last couple of seasons, he's always been the guy, being able to bring in the goals, right? He knows where the back of the net is, good in the air, all this stuff, right? So that's what you're getting. Jackson, yeah, it's a hit or miss. But of course, being young, in the long run, he could work out. But we need someone here and now who's going to be able to deliver. So saying that, I don't know what they're going to do, because it's the same, I guess it's the same theory or something when it comes to Sesko. Ideally, they may want to go for Sesko. Sesko, in the long run, he could be a better value, but again, he hasn't been Premier League tested, so it's one of those. the whole thing is very tricky on how they're gonna maneuver this thing. All right, AKS. Why should we go for Jackson if he has a history with injury? There you go. That's another thing. That's another thing. Important point right there. Sesko, Watkins, and anyone Jackson. Yo, Rahul, that's funny, man. That's funny, and that's true. And listen, people, one people don't know. Ollie Watkins' injury history is really good, right? He's really good. Like he's hardly injured. Like the he just had a couple of recent injuries. I cannot pull up the injury history now, but look it up yourself. Ollie Watkins' injury history, you can see he's consistently being fit, right? And that's what, again, Ineos they're trying to do to sign players who they're going to be more on the field than hanging out with Luke Shaw, Mason Mount, playing cards at Carrington at the Medical Bay. We don't want that, all right? Sesko is garbage, bro. Listen. Yeah, you can say that, but again, if we sign him, we're signing a potential. That's about it. If you watch his comps on YouTube, yeah, he's a powerful striker, good in the air. His leap is crazy. He can get up there, right? When it comes to getting up there in the air, he can get up there. So if Brian Bumo is going to be putting in those crosses, yeah, we have Maguire, now we have Sesko, right? So it's one of those. Would you forget about the striker and focus on the midfield instead? Oh, dude, yo, that's another thing. That's a good point, Errol. I think, to me, I think midfield is more of a priority than a striker. So, yes, the striker market right now, what we have to choose for is kind of like that, but midfield is so crucial. But the problem is, Errol, is in order for us to bring in a midfielder, we need someone to go. All right. Watkins, 41 days of injury this past season. That's it. 41 days. That's nothing. Even if you go back with Ollie Watkins, I think the last couple of seasons, he hasn't had those major injuries, right? Which is very important for us right now. All these guys that we're signing, they need to be fit. They need to be able to actually play football instead of being injured. All right. No, Errol, I know about comps. Comps can make Onana look like a ball. Like, listen, we have seen comps, right? Comps made Onana look like, yo, he is the one, right? He is the one who's going to get us to the promised land. Of course. I know that. I know that for a fact. Yeah, again, Sheshko, if we sign him, we're flipping a coin, right? Just the way we flip the coin on Rasmus, we'll be flipping a coin on Sheshko, right? So if you have to choose, yeah, I would rather get Ollie Watkins because I know what I'm getting, right? I know what I'm getting when it comes to the Premier League, right? If it's Ollie Watkins and Mateta, bring me Mateta, right? So, but at the end of the day, United may look at the value of money, right? If you sign 29-year-old Ollie Watkins, Aston Villa, they said they're looking for like 60 million, which is ridiculous. We're not going to pay 60 million for Ollie Watkins at 29. It ain't going to happen, right? So that it could be a sticking point, right? It could be a sticking point. Now, of course, we reached out. Fabrizio confirmed that we reached out for at Aston Villa to see what is the situation of Ollie Watkins, and Aston Villa said no, he's not for sale. So now what is United going to do? Hit up Ollie Watkins and say, listen, man, we tried to reach out to Aston Villa. They say you're not for sale. The ball is in your court. What do? You're gonna have to pull out like what Isak did. Hit up the club, say, yo, I need to move. All right, I need a move. For basically, it has to be like an Ollie Watkins push now from the internally. Say, hey, listen, I need a move. Let's make this deal happen. And that's what Isak did with Newcastle, and looks like it's going to happen. But yeah, when we're definitely not paying 60 million for him. To me, I think Ollie Watkins 50 million is more than enough. I don't know about you guys. How much would you pay for Ollie Watkins right now? AK-97. Honestly, if it comes down to nothing, I'll take Jackson for no more than 15 mil. That's the thing. Chelsea, being Chelsea, they're not gonna give him to us for 15 mil. 15, I'll take him. Yeah. Listen, Chelsea said how much did they value Jackson? Was it? I saw somewhere. Was it 100 or something? Just a crazy number, right? AKS, are you having a laugh? Remember, this is Chelsea. I know, that's what I'm saying, right? It's crazy. Chelsea, they're going to try to pull our pants down, right? We need a Xavi Simons in the midfield. Oh, my days. Oh, that'll be incredible. Ain't going to happen, man. 45 max. Okay, I see you. AK-77, exactly, Earl. Why you pumping insane money? Top 5 clubs. There you go. Earl says 80 to 100 for Jackson. 80 to 100. Are you kidding me? Tony is like 38 mil. That's it. Final offer. Take it or leave it. Hey, listen. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. But I'd rather take Isco at Betis over paying ridiculous money for Chelsea. Oh yeah, that's the thing. Honestly, we don't want to give Chelsea any of our money anymore, man. They have already taken too much of our money. It has to end at one point. It has to end at one point, and this is the time. We gotta end it. And if we give money to Chelsea for Jackson, then we'll know Sir Jim is truly a Chelsea fan. Watkins 30 mil is perfect price. Yeah, it makes sense, dude. You're about to be 30. All right, you're about to be 30. What I don't know. In December he turns 30. You're about to be 30. Why would we pay 60? Even 50? I think I'm being too generous. I like your 30 mil, man. Is a swap for. That's another thing too. We could definitely do the whole swap thing where Garner goes that side, right? And then we get him plus cash, right? Because I think Garner could be. I think Garner is more better value kind of thing, right? So, what about a swap deal between Chelsea or Aston Villa? Yeah, because Chelsea wants Xavi Simons, and according to Fabrizio Romano, they're more advanced in talks when it comes to Xavi Simons. So it looks like Chelsea they're going to get Xavi Simons. If they do, then they're not going to go for Garner. So now it's on Garner. The only option will be Villa, but Garner prefers to be in the Premier League, and he wants to play for Champions League football. He's ridiculous. Now Champions League football, that means now if Chelsea is gone, the only other option is Tottenham. Can Tottenham come for Garner? I don't know. Now, of course, Garner and Thomas Frank, he will cook. Garner and Thomas Frank at Tottenham, he will cook. Again, he will get his Champions League football. But we haven't heard any of those talks going on. What about the Karen Poy 62 for Sesko, 38 for Watkins? There you go. People like, it looks like folks like the idea of Sesko. Interesting. Thanks, Tony. Yeah, interesting. People like Sesko. Garner and Sancho are sabotaging the club. It's one of those. For Sancho, he's like, listen, why should I take a pay cut where I can ride this deal out until next season? Ruben Amorim did say if these players that we don't get the number that we want when it comes to teams wanting to sign them, they'll be integrated into the team. So listen, if I'm Sancho, I'm going to try, but if it fails, I'm going to get reintegrated to the team. And then next summer, I can roll out for free, get the sign-on bonuses and get whatever move I want. pretty much. That is Sancho for you. So it's kind of crazy. Yeah, Sancho's 20 mil. But yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. Um, yo, people, I am done. My energy is gone. I need to go and get some food, finish the rest of my sub, the hoagie. Um, yeah, I'm gonna do that. I am extremely tired. People, you guys are legends. Thank you so much. It's been an hour and change. What? I missed you all. I'm glad we are back into the photo things. People, take care of yourselves, man. Have a wonderful evening, good morning, good afternoon, good night. I will see you on the next one. All right. Mappeteer said that Amarin doesn't want them. Okay, Errol. Yes. The Mappeteers are pretty legit on their content. I watch John all the time. He's pretty good. So check him out. People, thank you for smashing those likes, hitting the subscribe. You guys are amazing. Thank you. Truly blessed. Peace out, people.